And another break. And another break. So let me go ahead and try to wrap this up a little bit because it's getting way too long, and I appreciate your patience. I'm sure nobody went to the bathroom during this. Halliday discusses the fact that we shouldn't look at Bernstein's code theory as a matter of deficit, but as a matter of difference. But he never really is able to sort of tease out how it is difference rather than deficit. He just sort of keeps asserting it without actually making an argument about it. And that's difficult to sort of obtain when we have something like this, which is at the very beginning of the article, where the working class attitude to things and to social relationships was non-instrumental, with present activities having greater value than future goals. A common complaint among educators regarding people from more disadvantaged backgrounds. The middle class attitude was one of orientation to distant ends. Hence, because of these different attitudes towards future goals, hence the middle class, both personal experience and interpersonal relations were more highly verbalized. How you get from differences in future goals to the intensity of verbalization, how that linguistic equation actually marks out a cognitive preset is a bit of a jump. And this is the problem I think we have when we look at the difference in elaborated and restricted codes. There are obviously issues that have to deal with disadvantaged youth in learning and the educational system. And yes, I believe that there's a good case to be made for the educational system being changed in some respects to address these issues. There is obviously an issue where people who are more familiar with academic types of language are going to more easily pick up on learning that occurs through the channels of academic language. But all sorts of other issues that are maybe actually more germane to the immediacy of trying to engage students in the learning process, those are getting pinned into linguistic ability in a way that doesn't really necessarily make sense. Language ability, language richness, all has there's a certain complexity that is commonplace. And I really think that, and the whole concept that that one's mental abilities are somehow challenged by one's language when that language could be just as rich. It's just that those of us who are more privileged to speak academic tongue are maybe not being able to see in that richness. That's very, well, there's a lot of hubris there, isn't there? And I will leave you with this quote. This is from Bernstein in 1964. Make of it what you will. I'm sure that we can certainly talk online a little bit about the differences between elaborated and restricted codes, their existence and what they actually mean, and maybe ways that we can think of teasing out language difficulties in academics from social economic issues in academics, and seeing if there is a way that we can tease these things out a little bit. So, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.